my normal like, come on, get it together. I hate when I forget what I'm talking about. Son of a... What's going on, you guys? So I just got back from Chicago and I'm kind of upset. I'm not gonna lie. I had zero time to do anything in Chicago. I was there for work, and I didn't realize that where I was staying was about, overall, from leaving to coming back. So like leaving my hotel, going to downtown Chicago and coming back, it's like a 2-hour commute. So I wasn't able to actually get out in Chicago and experience downtown, which I'm pretty upset about. But where I was in the Rosemont neighborhood, if you guys know where that is. Still in Chicago, right by the airport, but it was actually super cool. In fact, I actually only got one clip while I was in Chicago. So here it is, check it out. What's up, you guys? Just now finishing up my day getting here in Chicago. Let me turn on this light and show you guys my room. Long flight, but everything went well here now. Just got back from the gym, and shout out to I forget the name of the gym. Rosemont Health and Fitness over here in Chicago, hooking it up with a 5-day pass. So I appreciate that, you guys. But check out this room. So walk in. I mean, I was expecting, you know, just regular hotel room, whatever, you know. Actually, a super nice bathroom in here, you know, pretty nice. Already, you know, took a shower and everything like that. Come back out. It's not just a bed, you know. There's somewhere. Oh yeah, never mind that. If you guys saw my Instagram story, it went down at Chipotle today. But it's about 11 o'clock. You know, I got a great view of the freeway. Sweet. That's great. And the airport is right there, so I'm gonna be hearing jets all night. Yeah, man, all night. Nah, anyways, that's my day, that's my night. Day full of travel. Finally got here. Smashed some Chipotle, went to the gym, had a leg workout. Then got to go over to Life Fitness for a little conference for work that I'll be here for, and that's why I am here. I'm here for Life Fitness. So, hopefully I'll be able to get in some good workouts, good cardio, everything to keep this prep going. And when you travel and you prep, there's no reason why you cannot bring your supplements with you. Okay, got them all. I got my fat burners, got my multivitamins, got my BCAAs, my creatine, my blender bottle, my other fat burner for CLA and carnitine. I brought it all, man. No excuses. Alright, I'm gonna get to bed, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to upload while I'm here in Chicago as well. Alright, you guys, have a good night. This is awkward. Good night. So, that was pretty much it. That's all I got. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back because I fell in love with it. It was amazing. The people there were super nice. The city was actually extremely clean. It was great weather. Everything about it was super cool, and everybody I talked to was awesome. So it was a great time, even though it was only 5 days and really it was just all work. But it was still a great time. But you know, next summer I'm definitely gonna have to come out there. So, but what we are going over today is part 2 of how to get a six-pack, the nutrition side, the workout side, the exercises. That's easy, right? Anybody can go to the gym. You can even do stuff like that at home. So, what I'm going to talk to you about is how nutritionally to get a six-pack, which what we're going to have to do is lower your body fat. Now, what we're going to talk about as far as that is, can't recommend a nutrition plan for you because everybody's body is different. And for any of my clients, I don't ever tell them you need to be on this cookie cutter nutrition plan. You have to do this. No, you have to find out what works for you. It's kind of a science experiment. You have to, you know, kind of figure out how you feel. So for me, for instance, my body works best on high carb diet. for when I'm bulking, and then when I'm cutting, I just do a low carb, carb cycling, kind of a diet plan. You know, there's other people that work great on a keto diet. There's other people that work great on a vegetarian diet. So you just kind of have to figure that out for yourself. So for that part, what I can tell you is that we're just going to get into a caloric deficit. Now, here, I'm going to put this down so I can explain this a little bit more. Okay, much easier. So, what we need to be able to do to be able to show your six-pack, hold on, is that focused? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, God, I need to shave. I'm just a mess. I got so much laundry to do. It's going to be a very busy weekend. So, anyways, what we have to do is get your body into a caloric deficit. Now, if you don't know how to calculate that, a great place to start is going to calculator.com. And what that does is it'll show you your total daily expenditure of calories from, you know, a resting, like if you were to lay in bed all day and do nothing, it'll show you how many calories you just need to consume just to be able to live. Then it'll also show you how many calories you need to have to be able to, you know, live while you function, you know, doing your daily activities, workouts if you work out, you know, anything like that. But calculator.com, I'll put the link in the description below. That's what I use just for a base guideline, and it can show you what you need to do to be able to bulk, what you need to be able to have to cut, everything like that. But for nutrition side, so we're just going to use me for example because it's super easy. I know my numbers and it's just really easy for me to relate them to you. So right now I'm 200 pounds and I'm at 10% body fat. So with that, because I'm cutting my normal so for me, my maintenance calories for me just to be able to stay the way that I am is about 4,400 calories. Now that's because of how much I work out, that's because of my metabolism, that's just because of the type of body that I am. Being an ectomorph, my body hates holding on to weight, it hates holding on to muscle, it hates being this heavy. If I were to just, you know, stop working out and just eat, I would turn into like 165, 170 pounds. It sucks, I hate it. You know, the grass is always greener because people that are overweight think it's like a blessing, which to me, it's really hard. Whatever, that's besides the point. So for me, because I'm cutting and I'm trying to lose body fat and I'm trying to show more muscle definition, I have to go into a caloric deficit. Now, what I always recommend is when you first go into your caloric deficit, just drop by about 500 to 800 calories. Okay, you don't have to go a ton. You don't have to go crazy. You know, if you do, you're gonna want to be upset. You're gonna be very low energy and you're gonna hate it. You're not gonna want to do it and you're just gonna end up giving up after a couple weeks anyways. So what I do is I keep my proteins high at all times, whether I'm bulking or in my cut. So my protein is at 230 grams every single day right now. And then what I will do is I will carb cycle. So for instance, Monday will be a low carb, Tuesday will be a low carb, Wednesday will be a high carb, Thursday will be a moderate carb day, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be lower carbs. And that's just kind of playing around with the carb intake and just getting everything, you know, kind of a guessing machine so your body doesn't get used to what you're actually taking in and it can actually start getting rid of fat. Alright, so to be able to get into a caloric deficit, like I said, was going high. I'll keep my proteins high, 230 grams of protein. Now, carbs, obviously carb cycling every day is going to be a little bit different. And with that, I'm able to figure out my calories, which I take right now because of where I am in prep. I'm at about 2,600 to 3,000 calories per day, which for a lot of people, that seems like a ton. You know, that seems like a lot because some people will really just eat like 1,900 a day and call it good. Now, because of the way that my body is, I have to actually feed it a lot more or else it's just going to lose massive amounts of weight. So, figure out on TDEE calculator what your base or what your maintenance caloric intake is and needs to be, and then drop that by like 500 calories. So then that way, the next month, what you can do is drop it by another 500. Okay? Then that way, you're still in a caloric deficit. You're not like at a ridiculous amount where you're just jumping off the deep end and going to like an 1,000 calorie deficit, you're gonna feel awful. And it's not maintainable, and it's really not healthy. Now, speaking about that healthy thing, when it comes to like competing like with what I do, the last like I would say 2 weeks really isn't healthy. You know, it's not sustainable. It's not a lifestyle, and that's because nobody's meant to sit at 3, 4, 5% body fat for their entire life. That's just not how things work. So for a six pack and just getting abs, you really just want to get below 10%. I mean, that's for guys. 10%, and you're really going to start to see everything. Now, you can sustain that. That's totally healthy. You can sit at that weight and be completely fine. But when it comes to what people have called clean eating, there's really no such thing when it comes to it aesthetically. Protein is protein, carb is carb, fat is fat. Your body registers it aesthetically, so the way that you look, all the same. Now, when you're talking about macros, everything's the same. When you're talking about the micronutrients, as far as clean eating, that's where it comes into play. That's what people are talking about. So obviously there's foods out there that are much healthier than others, but that's for like gut health, stomach health, how you feel. Because technically, I could go to McDonald's every single day, and if I can match my macros for the day to their food, I could prep on McDonald's and still look relatively the same, but I'm gonna feel terrible because of the micronutrients in there. So obviously the better food that you can eat, the healthier food you can eat, the better. So going to the store, what I eat pretty much every single day, it's either gonna be tilapia, salmon, chicken, ground turkey, red meat. I'll maybe do, I can't even remember the last time I had red meat. Probably once a week at the most, right? And that's just because I don't feel like cooking, because I'm lazy. But for carbs, don't be afraid of them, man. They're not your enemy. They are actually what help muscle growth, and they're actually what help with a lot of your energy, okay? If you're low carbs, like when you see competitors that are just dragging ass, it's because they're low carb, okay? So for carbs, get some rice. Make it brown rice, basmati rice, jasmine rice. Did I already say that? No. Make it rice. Make it sweet potatoes. Don't go heavy on pasta and drown it in sauce. Stay away from. You don't have to stay away from that, but that's obviously not going to be ideal, right? So those would be two that I would suggest that would be huge. And then obviously for your vitamins and everything, eat your vegetables, eat your fruits. I don't know why I'm saying this as if I do it, because I don't. I'm awful at it. So this is more of a do as I say, not as I do kind of a thing right now. And I need to be way better at it as well, is eating vegetables, eating fruits, getting in those vitamins that are actually necessary to help you perform and help you feel better and make you healthy. So keep those in there as well. All right, so those are like the main keys. I know it's kind of not super detailed, and the reason that I can't make it super detailed is because I don't know you exactly. And like I said before, everybody is different. You have to figure out what kind of diet works for you. The main keys though for getting a six-pack or for lowering your body fat to where you can see your muscles actually pop and have that define and have the different creases everywhere is obviously developing the muscle in the gym. So for abs, obviously doing all those ab workouts that I just showed you in the previous video. And then being in a caloric deficit. Now, you don't have to be in a gigantic caloric deficit because you're gonna feel terrible and give up, okay? Give this time. This isn't something that's just gonna work a week or 2 weeks or like 10 days. That's just not gonna happen. So give it time. Realize that you have the time, all right? The time's gonna pass no matter what. So why not actually do something that's going to help you progress? So, work out, be in a caloric deficit, and be consistent, okay? There's obviously going to be more detailed. If I knew you, if you were one of my clients, if you guys do have questions about diet tips or diet help or workout help, you can always message me either here on YouTube or hit me up on my Instagram, John__Liska. Alright, sorry, my camera was about to overheat and had to shut itself down. So, forgot exactly where I was, but the main tips, 3 of them. Working out to develop the muscle, obviously being in a caloric deficit, and then being consistent. Okay, those are the 3. Now, if you guys have any questions as far as diet, as far as workouts or anything like that, obviously feel free, hit me up either here on YouTube in the comment section, hit me up on my Instagram, it's John__Liska. That's usually the easiest place to hit me up. Other than that, if you guys have any specific questions, different video ideas that you guys want to see, obviously let me know. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am gonna go and try to get my life together, shave, make myself look like an adult again. But other than that, keep grinding, guys. Keep getting after it. Hope you have a great weekend. Peace.